Welcome to Therapeutic Yoga. Today's class completely focusing on the eyes and balance. Now, why would we focus on the eyes when we're in a yoga class? Well, the reason is that the eyes are actually the most complex sensory organ in your entire body. So when we think of taste and touch and smell and hearing and sight, the vision is the one that is the most, sensitive of those five systems. And so with that, when we think about exercising our eyes, then the most appropriate thing to do in a yoga class outside of exercising our eyes is then exercise our balance. Because your vision is, for most of us, at least 1/3 of your balance. So when we think about our standing balance, it is really made up of three major systems: our eyesight, our vestibular system, which is inside of our ears, and then our sensory system in our joints, particularly in the lower half of our body and our trunk. And so what we're going to really focus on doing today is starting with these, really exercise them and understand how important it is to exercise the muscles in your eyes. Most of us exercise our bodies and don't even think about it, but we don't often exercise our eyes. And then we wonder why year after year after year, with aging, our vision is changing and things are getting blurrier and other type of degenerative processes are happening to our eyeballs. And so let's see if we can maybe not so much think about halting the aging of our eyes, but just slowing it down a little tiny bit. So let's begin in a sitting position. For class today, the only things you're going to need is a chair to sit, and then a yoga mat and a chair to assist in balance in standing. So find yourself in a nice seated position. Make sure both feet are flat on the floor. You're not slumped back to the back of a chair if it has the back, but rather you're weight bearing just in front of your sit bones. Now, with the weight just in front of your sit bones and the weight through your feet, check in that you cannot easily pick your legs up off of the floor. If that's the case, then chances are you're doing a very good job of maintaining weight into your base of support and not placing all of that weight into your back. Now that you have that, sit nice and tall for me. As you sit nice and tall, lengthen your neck and settle your chin into your throat. And then gently take a moment to rest your tongue to the roof of your mouth. Have it so that just the tip of your tongue is touching the back of the top teeth. And then just take a moment to close your eyes. So we're going to close our eyes several times in the next little bit, just to give our eyes a relaxation. But here's what I want you to think as you close your eyes this morning. With your eyelids closed, do you still have tension in your eyeballs? Can you figure out how to just kind of relax the lids, relax the muscles around your eyes a little bit more? Now stay in that resting position with your eyes in sitting, and just take a slow, deep inhale into your belly. And then just take a slower exhale out. Don't worry so much about counting your breath today, more that you're allowing yourself to breathe slower than your normal breathing rate. Deep inhales and deep exhales, just relaxing the eyes. Focusing on just making sure I'm not tightening the muscles of my brow, my cheeks, my nose, or any of those major muscles around the eye socket. And then gently open your eyes for me. So we're going to begin with a very good exercise to kind of stimulate the eyes. So kind of thinking about yoga, a lot of times we do what's called sun salutations to get our body woken up in the mornings. Well, this is sun salutation for the eyes, and it's blinking. And so what we're going to do is we're literally going to blink nonstop for about 30 seconds. And so I'm going to say start, and then I will say stop. In the meantime, what I want you to do is not only be focusing on your blinking, but I want you to also be focusing that you're not holding your breath. So a lot of times when we put intention too much into one thing, what can happen is we start to hold patterns in the rest of our body. So keep yourself sitting up nice and tall, put weight into your feet, and then allow yourself to start blinking. And stop. Good. Now, how did you do with that? Were you able to focus on blinking at the same time as focus on breathing? Did you get to the point that when you were blinking, you could actually hear your eyelids closing? That's focus concentration on really working on your eyes. Now, here's what I want you to do. We're going to be focusing on dristi today quite a bit. Dristi in yoga means focused concentration of the eyes on one thing. So what I want you to do right now is find something in front of you. Might be me on the screen, might be your screen in general, but find something in front of you and stare at it. Let both eyes focus on staring at it. Now that you're doing that, keep the focus or the dristi on that object. Lengthen your spine, lengthen your neck, settle your chin into your throat. Take a deep inhale, and without losing your vision off of that object, gently turn your head to the right. Inhale, come back to the center. Exhale, turn your head to the left. Keep your focus on that object. Inhale to the center. Exhale to the right. Inhale to the center. Exhale to the left. Inhale to the center. Exhale to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Lengthen the neck, settle the chin. Inhale to the center. Exhale to the right. Inhale to the center. Exhale to the left. 2 more times. Inhale to the center. Exhale to the right. Inhale to the center. Exhale to the left. Last cycle. Inhale to the center. Exhale to the right. Inhale to the center. And then exhale to the left. Inhale to the center and then exhale there. All right, give your eyes a couple of blinks. Now, the next thing we're going to do is exactly opposite of that. And so as we focused our eye on the dristi that time and turned our head, we started to communicate our neck muscles, particularly our suboccipitals or our upper neck muscles with our eyes. That gets them kind of in sync with one another. Those two systems are very closely related relative to where they're innervated or where the nerve supply is. So now what we're going to do is just exactly opposite. So we're going to fixate our head nice and tall through your bodies, ladies and gentlemen. Feet, weight bearing, make sure it's part of your base of support. Lengthen your neck and settle your chin. Do not let your eyes, your face or your neck move, and only move your eyes. So take an inhale here. Exhale, turn your eyes 45 degrees to the right. Inhale to the center. Exhale 45 degrees to your left. Inhale to the center. Exhale right. Inhale center. Exhale left. Inhale center. Exhale right. Lengthen your neck, settle your chin as your neck gets tired. Inhale center. Exhale left. Inhale center. Exhale right. Inhale center. Get your breath down. Exhale left. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. 2 more times. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. 1 more. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. And inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale back to the center. Relax your eyes. Even maybe blink them a couple times just to kind of get those muscles all kind of relaxed for a second. And then let's really focus on doing what we did at the very beginning of class. Lengthen your neck, settle your chin, rest your tongue to the roof of your mouth, and then gently close the veils of your eyes. Close your eyelids. Now, here's what I want you to think about as you're doing that. You have millions of photoreceptors in your eyes. Those are little transistors telling us what light we're seeing, what colors we're seeing. Allow yourself to let them relax. As we let them relax, imagine the eyes of the brow relaxing, the eyes of the face relaxing, and the eyes of the eyeballs relaxing. Take a deep inhale into your belly and exhale out. 2 more. Deep inhale into your belly and exhale out. And 1 more time. Inhaling in and exhaling out. Open your eyes, give it a couple of blinks. All right. Now, this one's going to be a little bit of a mind game for most of us. But here's what I want you to think about. We're going to work on changing our eye tracking in different directions. So what we're going to begin with is nice and easy, and then we're going to make it not so easy. So the first eye tracking we're going to do is looking up, looking down. Nice and simple. The second eye tracking we're going to do is the same thing we just did. Looking right, looking left. And then here's what I want you to think about. If you were to draw a figure 8, so think about that. So you're going to go up to the right and down to the left and up to the left and down to the right. That's what you're going to do with your vision, keeping your head perfectly still. So really working on gaze focus here. So really working on balancing the eyes of our muscles. No different, ladies and gentlemen, if we were balancing our biceps to our triceps or our quadriceps to our hamstrings. But we're balancing all 4 sets of muscles of our eyes. So sit nice and tall. Have that weight through your feet. Lengthen your neck. Settle your chin. Gaze forward. Head stays steady in that nice elongated position of the back of your neck. Take an inhale, look up. Keep the head still. Don't let the head look up. Exhale, look down. Inhale, look up. Exhale, look down. Inhale, look up. Keep your head still. Exhale, look down. Inhale, look up. Exhale, look down. Take a break. Let's repeat that with the opposite breath. So take an inhale, look down. Exhale, look up. Inhale, look down. Exhale, look up. Inhale, look down. Keep your head still, tongue to the roof of your mouth. Exhale, look up. And inhale, look down. And exhale, look up. All right, give yourself a couple blinks. Your eyes might already be getting fatigued or tired. If you're feeling any sort of tension, take a moment to close your eyes and relax. But let's move on to that side to side without the pause in the center. So let's start with an inhale to the right first. So inhale, look to the right. Head stays steady, neck is long. Exhale to the left. Inhale to the right. Exhale to the left. Inhale to the right. Exhale left. One more time. Lengthen the neck. Inhale right. Exhale left. Come back to the center. Give yourself a break, a couple of blinks. And let's repeat that, inhaling to the left first. Nice and long. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale left. Exhale right. One more time. Inhale left. Exhale right. And then come back to the center. All right, let's give that figure of 8 a try. All right, I'm going to talk you through it so that you can kind of get your mind around how you're going to do these figure 8s. Maybe look at your screen if you want, and then think about the 4 corners of your screen, and you're going to cross right in the center. So let's start with inhaling to the right. Look down to the right. Exhale, top left. Look down to the left. Inhaling right. Look down to the right. Keep that neck steady. Inhaling up left. Look down to the left. Very nice. Keep that going. Inhaling up to the right. Down to the right. Inhaling up to the left. And then down to the left. One more time. Inhaling up to the right. Down to the right. Inhaling up to the left. And then down to the left. Relax, give your eyes a couple of blinks, and then let's try that reverse figure 8. Now lengthen the spine, keep that neck nice and long, chin tucked in so we keep those suboccipitals elongated. Let's go. Inhale, top left. Exhale, down to the left. Inhale, up right. Exhale, down right. Inhale, up left. Exhale, down left. Inhale, up right. Exhale, down right. 2 more times. Inhale, up left. Exhale, down left. Inhale, up right. Exhale, down right. And inhale, up left. Exhale, inhale, down left. Exhale, up right. And down right. And bring yourself back to the center and give yourself a couple of blinks. All right, so we're going to do one really good one now for increasing the circulation to your eyeballs. So if we think about really squinting hard, so what's going to happen is you're going to use all of the frontalis muscle, a lot of the muscles through the cheek area, but also the eyelids and all of the eye muscles. And what that does is it's going to really pump the blood to those eyes. So if we think about where our optic nerve is in the back of our eye, it really starts to create circulation to that area and really wake up those eyes. So nice and simple. All you're going to do is take a nice deep inhale in, eyes open. Exhale, really close your eyes as tightly as you can. That's it. Inhale, open your eyes. Can you even open higher than you normally would? And then exhale, really squeeze those eyelids close. That's it. 2 more times. Inhale, really open big. And then exhale, really squint very, very hard. Last time, inhaling open. And then exhaling tightly, tightly, tightly close. And then relax. All right. Now, we've got some nice good blood going to those muscles of our eyes and our face. Let's take a quick moment to kind of relax the outer muscles of our eyes. And so for a lot of us, our peripheral vision, right? This is where we see our peripheral vision. So your eyes are looking ahead and you're needing to see on the sides of you. Oftentimes that really starts to diminish as we age. And so some of the reason for that is a little bit of imbalance of the eye muscles, as well as what's happening into the eyeball itself, particularly with the retina. And so what I want us to do is make sure that we're not letting these outside eye muscles feel like they're too tense. So just gently take a couple of fingers to your temple area, right? You've got a bone there called your sphenoid. And your sphenoid, believe it or not, is the only bone in your skull that kind of crosses both sides of your brain or your skull. And so when you're in this temple area, you're really right on that bone. And so all I want you to do, how many times have you done this when you started to get a headache related to vision? Right? All you're trying to do as you kind of gently rub that temporal area, right where that temporal bone and that sphenoid bone meet, which is called your temple, is you're just trying to relax those outer muscles. And so can you just do a couple of circles, maybe left or clockwise, and a couple of circles, maybe counterclockwise, and then start to really push into that temple area. Believe it or not, as you push your fingers into that temporal area, because of the innervation to the muscles of that area, you actually increase your intraocular fluid and then release that tension. Let's do that 2 more times. Just add some breath to it this time. So start to really push your fingers into that temple area. Maintain that pressure. Take a deep inhale into your belly. And then as you exhale, release that tension. One side may even be tender if you're super tense. Last time, push into that temple area, kind of give that sphenoid a little bit of a balance in each direction. Take a deep inhale in, and then exhaling out. Wonderful. Now let's go back one more time to moving our head, fixing our dristi, keeping our eye gaze steady. And then we'll do one final exercise before we get into standing. So find that gaze in front of you. Take both eyes, now that that intraocular pressure is nice and happy, and focus on it. Keep your gaze on that area. Lengthen your neck, settle your chin, sit nice and tall. Take a deep inhale here, and on your exhale, just turn your head to the right. Keep your gaze steady. Inhale back to the center. Exhale to the left. Inhale back to the center. Exhale to the right. Inhale back to the center. Exhale to the left. Let's 2 more times do this. Inhale to the center. Keep your dristi, keep your focus. Exhale to the right. Inhale to the center. Exhale to the left. And finally, inhale to the center. Exhale to the right. Inhale to the center. Exhale to the left. Very good. Now, this final exercise we're going to do is an exercise that I teach a lot of my patients that are desk workers and sit at their desk all day long. And this is something that you should do if you're sitting at a desk 8 hours a day. You want to do it at a minimum every 2 hours. Now, a lot of us get up, which kind of solves half of this problem. But if you're sitting there and you're sitting there and you're sitting there, or if you're at home and you're watching TV on a device, or you're reading for long periods of time, it's significant eye strain. And so the one thing to kind of balance our eyes is to give ourselves 30 seconds to kind of challenge our near vision versus our far vision. So here's how it works to strengthen your near vision for focusing and your far vision for focusing. What you want to do is figure out where you are right now at home and figure out how far 10 inches are away from your eyes. Once you've figured out where 10 inches are away from your eyes, we're going to focus on looking at that for 10 seconds. Then, in the space that you're in right now, find somewhere that you can focus that would be somewhere around 10 to 20 feet away from you. So the furthest part of your room, you guys, that you can find right now, we're going to look at that and focus for 20 seconds. So the rule that I normally give patients is focus 10 inches for 10 seconds and focus 20 feet for 20 seconds. So let's go through doing that 2 times. So find 10 inches away from your body. I'm going to use my finger because I'm in front of a screen just like you guys are. Blink a few times for me, please. Now, open your eyes and focus on that dristi. Deeply inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Very nice. Blink your eyes, close your eyes. Go as far away from you as you can. So 20 feet away if you can do it in your room right now. Gaze at that. Lengthen your neck, settle your chin. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. One more breath. Inhale and exhale. I like to relate focusing on inhales and exhales, 10 seconds, about 3 breaths, 20 seconds, about 6 breaths. So if you don't have something that you're going to sit in time, then just focus on breathing 3 times for 10 inches and 6 times for 20 feet. All right, let's make our way to standing. So make sure that you have a chair next to you and find your way to the center of your mat. Okay, so I'm choosing to use my chair to the left of me. Obviously, my chair could be to the front of me or to the right of me. Put the chair anywhere that you feel is going to be the most comfortable for you to practice balance. We're going to go through several exercises of balance now before we make our way down to the mat for the end of class. But what we're really going to focus on when we work on balance today is using our dristi. So we just spent a solid 25 minutes, you guys, exercising our eyes. So now let's allow ourselves to use the remainder of this class to use that focused concentration as we work on our balance. Remember, vision is a third of our balance. So let's really make it work to the best of our ability. So let's begin in Tadasana, or mountain pose. So check in with your feet. Make sure your feet are about 2 fist width. For most of us, that's about hip distance of our second toes to our hips being in a line. Check out that the outside of your feet line up with the outside of your mats, depending on how you're standing on your mat. You'll feel a bit of turning in with your legs as you do that. That's exactly what you want to feel. Now that you've done that, do me a favor, lift your toes up for a second, try to spread your toes, and then gently lower your toes back down onto your mat. Very nice. Take a second to shift your weight right to left. And as you shift your weight right to left, figure out where is exactly the middle of both of those feet with me and standing. Then take a moment to tighten your knees or hyperextend your knees as you really engage your quadriceps, and then relax your knees. Now that you have that, can you gently bring your weight slightly forward to put weight into the balls of your feet? Go to your pelvis for me and allow yourself to really feel the tucking under of the pelvis and the tilting of the pelvis, and find that point that looks about halfway for you. Now that you've found that point that's about halfway for you, check in that you didn't lock your knees, check in that you didn't put your weight all to one side or the other, and check in that there's still weight through the balls of your feet, but not your actual toes. All right, let's get our rib cage nicely in line with our pelvis. So a really easy way to do that, place your right hand onto your sternum, left hand onto where the belly button area is. Take a deep inhale here. Look at your feet. Feel the rib cage moving forward. Hold that position as you look at your feet, and then just exhale your belly. Now that you've got your belly exhaled, make sure that it's nice and soft and maybe jiggly. That's okay. Keep your gaze down at your feet. Take that left hand, bring it up to the right hand, and really hold that sternum forward in that position. Now gently begin to lengthen your neck. Settle your chin into your throat and bring your gaze upward. As you lengthen, you may even feel some stretching through the front of your throat. That is okay. That just means that you have a forward head posture, and welcome to therapeutic yoga, right? Now that you have that nice long position through your neck, trunk is in a nice elongated position and lined up rib cage to pelvis. Weight is equal through the feet. The only thing we have to do is figure out where these little dangly arms need to be. So let's do this. Gently shrug your shoulders slightly. Rotate your thumbs and your arms backward. And then settle your shoulder blades down on your rib cage. And then just soften your arms. Now check in as you did that. You didn't let your chest lift. You didn't lose that rib cage position again. Go back to your feet for me for a second and make sure you can feel equal weight right to left, equal weight, balls of the feet to the heels, not all of the weight in your heels. All right, that same exercise we did in sitting now, let's perform it in standing, where what we're going to begin with doing is turning our head, but keeping our gaze, our dristi, in one place. If you have balance issues, please protect your balance at home, even if it means just placing a hand on the chair as you're working on turning your head or doing any of the balance exercises that we're doing today. Lengthen your neck, settle your chin. Keep your gaze forward on that solid object that's not moving. Take a nice deep inhale here, and then on the exhale, turn your head, only your head, to the right. Gaze forward. Inhale back to the center. Exhale to the left. 2 more times, ladies and gentlemen. Inhale to the center. Exhale to the right. Inhale to the center. Exhale to the left. Inhale to the center. Exhale to the right. Inhale to the center. Don't lock your knees out. Exhale to the left. It's like I can almost see you, right? And then inhale to the center and relax here. Okay. Same deal as in sitting. One more exercise for the eyes, and then it's all about the body. So in this position, can you lengthen your neck, settle your chin into your throat, place your tongue to the roof of your mouth, and let's move our eyes relative to our head being still with our body. So can we take an inhale here, gaze the eyes 45 degrees to the right. Inhale back to the center. Exhale, gaze to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Check in with your weight through your feet. You haven't gone to your heels. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. One more time. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. And inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale back to the center and exhale here. Very good. So let's work on a little bit of opening through the side of our body before we really start to challenge where our body weight is relative to our feet. So take a moment here and take a nice deep inhale and lift your arms up overhead. Place your palms together. And then as you exhale, bring your hands down to the center of your heart. You've got it. Inhale, bringing those back up. And then turn the palms outward. And as you exhale, drop your arms down to the side. Let's do that 2 more times. Palms up. Inhaling, touch the palms together. Exhaling to the center of your chest. Can you keep the weight bearing equal on your legs? Inhaling as you come up. Turn the palms down. Exhale as you come down to the sides. 1 more time. Turn the palms up. Inhaling upward. Palms together, exhaling, hands to the center of the heart. And inhaling back up, turn the palms down, and then exhaling down. Very nice. Now, keep your left foot where it is. Take your right foot, and I'm going to give you 3 different options. Option number 1, place your big toes together, keep your heels apart so that the outside of your feet line up. Option number 2, Take a step forward with your right foot so that the right heel is just next to the left toes. That is called a Romberg position. Option number 3, and the most difficult, take the right foot and place the heel of the right foot directly in line with the left toes. So if you can imagine, and this is called tandem Romberg, the left heel lines straight up with the second toe, the right heel lines up with the second toe, which lines all the way up with the right second toe. So as you're standing in this position, you have really narrowed your base of support. Some of you might already be wobbling and falling. Good, but don't let yourself fall. Use your chair, but challenge your balance right to the edge. Let your ankles feel like they're shaking. Let your legs feel like they're moving. Let your pelvis and trunk move. That's the third of the balance system that comes from our joints and our proprioceptors. Let your head kind of tilt if you need to. But here's what I really want you to focus on today. Can you keep that dristy stable? All right. If you need to hold right here. Feel the burning of the ankle muscles in your shins and your calves. Lengthen your neck if you can, if you're not using too much of a head maneuver. Can you take a deep inhale in and an exhale out? 2 more breaths, guys. Deep inhale in, exhaling out. 1 more time. Inhaling in and exhaling out. Beautiful. Take that right foot, bring it back to about hip distance away from the left foot. Find that position right there where it's about hip distance. Make sure those heels are out. We're going to go through the movement with our arms one more time. So let's start opposite this time of what we did the first time. So start with your hands to the center of your heart. Make sure that there's equal weight on both of your feet. Make sure your knees are not locked and your pelvis is not in an end range position. All right, take an inhale, lift the arms up, turn the palms down, and then exhale, come down. Turn the palms up. Inhaling up, palms together, exhale, come down. 2 more times. Inhaling up, palms are coming down, exhale, palms are up, inhaling up. And exhale to the center of that heart. Last time, inhale those arms up, turn the palms down, and exhaling down. All right, time to repeat it in the opposite position. So place your right foot where it is, the left leg. Here are your 3 options dependent on how much of a balance challenge you want at home. Option 1, big toes are together, but heels are still apart. Option 2, left foot is exactly just in front of the right foot, but they're still side by side. And most difficult option, option 3, place the left foot in front of the right foot. Now, in this position, by all means, feel free to hold onto the chair if you want, but check in with your alignment. Does your left heel line up with your second toe? Does your right heel line up with the left toe on the left second toe and come all the way forward to the left second toe in the front? So imagine that perfect alignment of both feet on the floor. Really narrowed base of support, really challenging using your hips and your ankles. Keeping yourself in this position, lengthen your neck, settle your chin, really allow yourself to focus on that dristi. So find that point of steadiness. Use that part of your balance system to really challenge the remaining parts of your balance system. Now that you're there, use your chair anytime you need to for balance. Maybe by now you're already feeling the burning of the ankle muscles as they're being challenged to keep you upright. Go to your edge. Do not allow yourself to fall. Use your chair. Let's go through 3 deep inhales and exhales. Deep inhale in and exhale out. Deep inhale inward and exhale outward. Lengthen your neck, settle your chin. One more breath. Deep inhale in and exhale out. Beautiful. Take that left leg, place it back so that it's about hip distance away from the right leg, and find that balance again. Now, we're going to do a couple of single-legged standing balance exercises. They're not terribly difficult, but by all means, feel free to use your chair anytime you want. So we're going to start with focusing on putting all of our weight on our left leg first. So do me a favor and take a look down at your leg. Make sure that you can see that your heel is kind of lining and the main toe pointed forward is your second toe. Now that you have that, start to put all of your weight into your leg and just come up onto your tippy toes on your right leg if you can do that. Very good. Take an inhale here, and then on the exhale, really harden your belly. That's going to stabilize your spine. You'll feel the weight go down into your leg as you do that. All right. Can you slowly push down into your left foot and gently inhale as you lift your right leg up? Can you exhale and touch the toes back down? 2 more times. Inhale, lift the leg up. Exhale, touch the toes. Push down into that left foot. Tighten the abdominals. Inhale, lift the right leg up. And then exhale, bring it down. Very nice. Place the right foot back down onto the floor. Now begin to put the weight into the right leg. So as you put that weight into the right leg, make sure that you check that it's the second toe that's lining up and pointed forward. Take a breath, and the exhale, harden through the abdominals. As you do that, you should feel weight come down into your leg. Come up onto your tippy toes on the left leg. Push down into the right leg. Feel the hip muscles engage. Take an inhale, lift the left leg up. And then as you exhale, touch the toes back down. 2 more times. Inhale, lifting the left leg up. Exhale, down. And inhale, lifting up and exhaling down. Very nice. Place your left foot back down so that it's hip distance from your right. All right, we're going to do a trunk rotation in standing, but I really want us to focus on doing this trunk rotation and the focus being on keeping your dristi from not moving. So here's what I want you to do. Take your arms and cross them. So you can kind of hold them across the center of your body. If you want to put a little bit of a shoulder stretch in, give yourself a bit of a hug. And maybe for this one, put the right arm on top. How's that? So find yourself in this standing position, but you're taking your arms completely out of the equation. So that means if I twist to the right or left through my feet, I have to keep my head still. So that means I'm rotating my spine. So find your gaze. Steady your gaze. Steady your head forward. This is what you're going to do. Holding your head and your gaze steady and forward. Take a deep inhale through your belly. And then on your exhale, twist your spine to the right. Keep your gaze and your head forward. Now take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, twist your spine back to the center. So you're really working on your neck here, but you're using your legs and the movement of your trunk and your legs to kind of keep that vision and that neck moving. Gaze forward. Take a deep inhale here. Exhale, twist the spine to the left. Take an inhale here. Exhale, back to the center. Very nice. Unhug yourself, shake it out, and then let's stretch the opposite shoulders. So this time, let's put the left one on top as you hug yourself. If your arms are down here, just put the left one on top. But if you want to add a bit of a shoulder stretch to this trunk rotation, just try to line your elbows up in front, but have the left one on top so that it's being the one that's primarily stretched. Lengthen your neck, settle your chin, gaze forward into that dristi. We're gonna go to the left first this time. So take a nice deep inhale, and then on the exhale, head and gaze does not move, trunk rotation to the left. Take a nice deep inhale here, exhale, derotate. Beautiful. Let's try that to the right. Nice deep inhale in. Exhale, twist to the right. Keep that gaze steady and forward. Don't let the eyes move. Take a deep inhale here, and then exhale back to the center. You've got it. Relax the arms, kind of shake them out. All right, let's try tree pose. So we're going to do 2 different single-legged exercises now. So we've done a lot with both feet on the floor. Now what we want to do is even go a little bit more difficult with our exercises. So for these poses, by all means, feel free to keep your hand on your chair if you need to. Tree pose, we're going to do 3 different variations. You pick the pose that's best for you. So let's start with weight bearing our left leg onto the floor. Check in that the heel is slightly out so you don't have your leg rotated outward. You're not going to get a good balance of the hip rotators if you do that. Option number 1 for tree pose, the easiest. Simply take your foot, your right foot, and place your toes on the floor to the inside of your left heel. Place your right heel onto the inside of your left calf. In this position, you simply could hold here, either holding onto the chair or bringing your arms out to the side, or even bringing your arms up if you like. Option 2, take the right leg completely off the ground. So take the arch of your right foot and place it into the calf of your left leg. Either holding here, or again, if you like, opening the arms outward, really focusing on that left balance, and maybe even bringing your arms upright. The third and most advanced tree pose, taking the right leg and bringing it up so that the arch of the right foot is placed against the arch or the inside or the inner thigh of the left leg. Then in this position, same idea, balancing onto that left leg, holding on if you like, arms out to the side, or coming all the way up. Now, find the position you want to be in and then stick in that position. Let's go through 3 breaths. Deep inhale in and exhale out. Deep inhale in, exhaling out. 1 more breath as I lose my balance. Deep inhale in and exhaling out. Beautiful. Drop the right leg down. Let's switch it all up to the little right leg now. So place the right foot on the floor. Make sure that you see that your heel is not turned inward. So let's really try to keep a good balance of our hip rotators on this right leg. Option number 1, take the heel of the left foot to the calf of the right leg and the left toes stay on the floor. So it's still a double-legged stance exercise. It's just a narrow base of support. Option number 2 is a single-legged weight-bearing exercise. So you're just taking the arch of your left foot into the calf area of your right leg. Here, arms out to the side, or you can simply grow your tree upward if you would like to. And then the most advanced option, option number 3, allow the arch of the left leg to come into the inner thigh of the right leg. And then in this position, arms out to the side or all the way up. So you pick the pose that is best for you. Allow yourself to do that right now. And then let's go through 3 nice deep inhales and exhales. So deep inhale here and exhale. Nice deep inhale in and exhaling out. Finally, deep inhaling in and exhaling out. Beautiful. Relax the left leg down onto the floor. Let's do our final single-legged balance exercise in standing before we make our way down to our mat. So here's what I want you to do. I actually want you to use your chair this time, regardless how fantastic your balance is, until maybe the very end of the balance. So what I'd like you to do is walk yourself, allow yourself to walk yourself approximately 2 to 3 feet away from your chair. So the reason you're going to do that is you're going to be weight bearing onto the chair as we go into star pose. So if you're too close to it, you're not going to really be able to control the balance of this left leg because you're going to be too far into a lean. So then allow yourself to gently lean and hold onto your chair. Kind of looks right now a little bit like a standing plank, doesn't it? But push down into your left leg now, and then just gently let your right leg come out to the side. Now that you've done that, take your right arm and lift it up so that it kind of lines up with your left arm. Okay. In this position, stay here. Take a deep inhale, and on the exhale, tighten your abdominals. If you want to challenge your balance, allow yourself to lift that left hand off of that chair a little bit and hold here. Deep inhale in and exhaling out. 2 more breaths, guys. You got it. Dristi, find your gaze. Deep inhale in and exhaling out. 1 more breath. Deep inhaling in and exhaling out, and drop that right foot to the floor. Very nice. Now, take your chair to the opposite side or reverse yourself if you just want to hear me. And again, make sure you're about 2 to 3 feet away from your chair. You want to be able to hold it either through the entire pose or be able to take your hand off, but it's there if you need it. Now, gently lean into the chair. So there's your little bit of a side plank position, just to kind of make sure that you're at the right distance away from the chair. Elbow is straight. Once you're here, start to lift the left leg up to the side. So you're now in single leg balance. In this position, lift the left arm up to the side. All right. Remember, those abdominals are braced. From here, hold this position. I promise you, you're doing lots and lots and lots for your right leg. But if you really want to challenge your balance, then start to lift your right arm off of the chair. Gaze at your dristi. Take a deep inhale in and exhaling out. 2 more breaths, guys. Deep inhaling in and exhaling out. Nice deep inhale in and exhale out, and drop that left leg down. Very nice. Now simply take your body, turn your body to your chair, and hold to the back of your chair here. We're just going to do a little modification of downward dog, just to do a little bit of opening through our glutes. From here, walk yourself away from your chair about 3 to 4 feet, and then allow yourself to push your hips back as far as you can. Now, keep your knees bent if you know you have really, really tight hamstrings. Let your knees be the last thing that you straighten. Lengthen your neck, settle your chin, gaze down to your mat. Only go to where your shoulders feel like they can take you. Allow yourself to imagine that you're lifting your tailbone, like you're a happy puppy here. So your tail's going up into the ceiling. So lift your tailbone up towards the ceiling. In this position, as your neck is long and your gaze is down and your chin is tucked in, take a deep inhale here. And then only now on your exhale, maybe try to straighten those knees a little tiny bit. Now hold this position. Deep inhale into your belly. Keep that tailbone lifted. Be a happy puppy, ladies and gentlemen. And then exhaling out. 1 more breath. Deep inhaling in and exhaling out. Beautiful. Slowly coming up out of your downward dog, allowing yourself now to take your chair and gently move it away from you. And then let's make our way down onto our hands and our knees on our mat. Take your time to do that. Now we are on hands and knees just for the last part of our class here. We're just going to do hands and knees for a very quick second, just to do a little bit of spinal opening and non-weight bearing, since we spent so much time in sitting and standing today. So find yourself with your feet, your knees hip distance apart. Look at your feet behind you. Make sure that they're hip distance apart. Stack your hips directly on top of your knees. Lengthen through your spine. Make sure your shoulder blades are separated but not arched. Index fingers are pointed forward. Wrists and elbows are underneath your shoulders. Thumbs are pointed inward. Outer 3 fingers, no weight on them. Lengthen your neck, settle your chin, and gaze down into your mat. Now in this position, start with an inhale and sink your belly and sink your spine. Arch your back, lift your tailbone, squeeze your shoulder blades, lengthen up and look upward. And then as you exhale, pull the belly button in first, arch through the back, tuck the tailbone, spread the shoulder blades, chin to chest, and look all the way into that belly. 2 more times. Inhaling, sinking the spine and the belly first. lifting up through that tailbone, pulling back and down through those shoulder blades, lengthening that front of the neck and looking upward. And then as you exhale, pulling that belly button in, arching that back, spreading those shoulder blades, tucking that tailbone, chin to chest, look into that belly button. Finally, one more time, inhaling, sinking everything down, looking up, lifting with that tailbone, and finally exhaling, curling everything under, tucking that tailbone, bring that chin to your chest, and then can you slowly sit yourself back into child's pose? All right, the first opening really of our glutes and our back for the entire class. So allow yourself to settle down onto your heels. Take an inhale and lift your rib cage forward, and then as you exhale, settle the rib cage down onto your thighs. Take another deep inhale, lengthen your neck away from you, and then on the exhale, settle that chin into your chest and take the crown of your head down onto your mat. Let your elbows be soft and rest in this position. Maybe close those eyes to relax them. And then take a moment here to take a nice deep inhale into your belly. And then exhaling out. 2 more breaths. Deep inhale into your belly. And exhaling out. And one more time. Nice deep inhale into the belly. And exhaling out. Slowly allowing yourself to come up out of child's pose to hands and knees. Rest yourself down onto your left or your right side. And then once you're there, gently allow yourself just to rotate up and over onto your back. Now, resting onto your back for a moment here, keeping your knees bent and your feet flat onto the mat. Get yourself so that you feel like your pelvis is in a good equal position. Make sure that your rib cage is not lifted to the sky, but rather is settled downward. Lengthen your neck and settle your chin into your throat, and then take your tongue and rest your tongue to the roof of your mouth. And then allow yourself to close your eyes for these last few movements we do today. So don't even allow yourself to open your eyes. Fully relax your eyes for these last few movements of our class. Think about your eyeballs for a second and just imagine them sinking backward into the sockets of your eyes, and go to your brow and your forehead and your cheeks, and just let all of the muscles relax. Gently take your right knee and bring it towards your chest. Maybe interlace your hands and place your hands around your shin bone. And just take a nice deep inhale here. And without firming your face or tightening your eyelids, exhale and gently bring your knee into your chest. Nice deep inhaling in. And then as you exhale, just relaxing and pulling that knee into your chest. Lengthening your neck and settling your chin, softening the eyes and face. Last inhale in, and then exhaling knee to chest. Relaxing the right foot back down to the mat, and then taking the left knee into your chest, interlacing the hands around and holding onto the shin bone. Lengthen the neck, settle the chin, soften the face, soften the eyes, soften and relax through the eye sockets. Take a deep inhale here, and then as you exhale, pull that knee into your chest. Nice deep inhale in, and then as you exhale, knee to chest. Final deep inhale in, and then as you exhale, gently knee to chest. Slowly release the left foot back down onto the floor. Allow yourself now to take your arms and gently rest your arms out to the side of your body, not so much in a T formation, but kind of down into about a 45-degree angle. Walk your feet to the left side of your mat. Take your right leg and cross it over your left leg. Gently take a nice deep inhale into your belly. And then on your exhale, just use that right leg to gently pull that left leg down towards the mat. Now you'll feel your arch of the left back. You'll even feel the left rib cage lift. Lengthen your neck and settle your chin. No neck rotation. We've already done plenty of that. Soften your face. Soften your eyes for this modified spinal twist. Take a nice deep inhale into your belly and exhaling out. One more nice deep inhale into the belly and exhaling out. Start at that left rib cage and pull it down, followed by the low back and the pelvis, letting that knee come back upward. And then uncross that right leg and then just walk the feet over to the left side of your mat. And once your feet are there, arms are still relaxed, neck is still relaxed, so is your face. Just take your left leg and cross it up and over your right leg. Take a deep inhale here, and then on your exhale, use the left leg to modify or assist that spinal twist and allow the right pelvis and low back and rib cage to lift as you drop that right knee towards the mat. Lengthen the neck, settle the chin, keep the neck in neutral today. And start with a nice deep inhale into your belly. And then an exhaling out. One more nice deep inhale into your belly. And exhaling out. Start at that right rib cage and slowly pull that right rib cage down, followed by the low back and pelvis until the knee is upright. And then uncross the leg and walk your feet back to the center. Allow yourself to kind of flatten your low back a little bit. So see if you can figure out how to tighten your abdominals to do that. Keeping that back gently flat. Slowly let the right leg come down to the right corner of the mat. Left leg come down to the left corner of the mat. And then relax the abdominals here. Let go. Now go back to your face. So make sure your neck is long and your chin is gently tucked inward. Make sure that tongue is resting to the roof of the mouth. And take every bit of focus now to softening your face, relaxing your eyelids. We're actually going to end in Savasana today with visualizing movement of the eyes. So keep your eyes nice and relaxed. And as you lay there, visualize what you would have to do to turn your eyes and look upward right now. And then visualize what you would have to do to look downward right now. Use your mind. And then visualize your eyes as they come back to the center position. What would you have to do with the right eye and the left eye differently to look to the right? It's different muscles, isn't it? And then visualize the eyes coming back to the center. And then imagine what muscles you need to pull and relax in each eyeball to look to the left. And then visualize your eyeballs looking straight up to your ceiling with your eyelids closed. And visualize every muscle around that eyeball finally taking in and letting that eyeball relax deeply in the socket. Now gently start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. And maybe even start to do circles with your wrists and your ankles. And then when you feel like you're ready, slide one leg up your mat followed by the other. And then gently let yourself turn over onto your left or your right side and just rest there for a moment. When you're ready, take a nice deep inhale and exhale. And on the exhale, using that top arm first and pushing yourself up into a seated position. Just gently crossing your legs and placing your hands to the center of your heart. And taking one final moment to use your dristi. Gaze at me in the camera in the video as I gaze at you. Smile. Take a nice deep inhale in and out. Namaste. The highest in me salutes the highest in you. Thank you for joining me.